Good morning, guys. Today is 28th of October, and it's about 36 minutes past 7 a.m. in Eastern Time. So, guys, this week is a very busy week. We have a lot of earnings. I'll do a very quick call, and then I'll cover some of the mega cap or hyperscalers stocks, mega cap stocks, and their earnings and their outlook. So, we have a very busy week. Today we have Enphase, Visa after the market. Tomorrow we have Verizon, Boeing, CVS, Caterpillar before the market. And we have Meta, Microsoft, Alphabet after the market, Megatech. All these greens are the mega cap stocks. And then we have Caravana, ServiceNow, Agnico Eagle related to materials, and gold stocks, Eli Lilly, Merck. And then we have Amazon aftermarket. We have Apple aftermarket, Coinbase. These are the Bitcoin, Reddit retailers, retail stocks. Retail traders love this one. Western Digital Strategy. Again, this is Bitcoin, Roblox. Then we have energy company, oil companies, ExxonMobil and Chevron. Very busy week. If I am not wrong, there are about 140 companies reporting this week. Another key thing is we have, let's say, let me take you to the economic calendar. On the economic calendar, what we have tomorrow is the federal rate announcement. Today we have Richmond Manufacturing Index. We have federal rate announcement tomorrow, which is the key interest rate announcement. And then we have core CPI on Friday, employment cost index quarter over quarter, and Chicago PMI. Very busy week. So three key take this week. The key takeaway for this week. First is a number of 140 plus companies reporting. 5 of the mega cap stocks reporting, and we have Fed rate announcement tomorrow. So a Fed meeting starting today, rate announcement tomorrow at 2 p.m. and 2:30 there will be a press conference, and U.S.-China meeting on Thursday. Very heavy, very busy week. So let's quickly get into what to look at. Okay, let me go. Okay, on the earnings. On the earnings, we have Meta, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, and Apple, all this week. Tomorrow after market, Wednesday after market, and Thursday after market. So, guys, thank you very much for following me on Twitter and watching this video. It will be beneficial for your network. Please pass it in your network. Share with the guys who follow the markets. It will be very informative. I put actionable ideas on Twitter, and I am starting a program, 4-month mentorship program, starting from 1st of November. These are the topics I'm going to cover, and the course starts on 1st of November for 5 Saturdays, from November 1st to November 29th, for 5 Saturdays between 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, every Saturday. Recordings will be shared. Follow-up call if you want after, if you have any, and if you don't understand something, you can set up a follow-up call with me after watching the recording. And then I'll take you from the third week, between second and third week, I'll take you to my CWT Premium Day Swing Trading Trade Ideas. It's a paid group. I'll be showing you what I'm trading. I'll be giving you the ideas. I'll be sharing with you my thought process and how am I looking for high probability trades. The probability of these high probability trades is between 80 to 90, 95%. So please share with your contacts. If you're interested, reach out to me on WhatsApp, text message. Okay. Thank you very much for listening, and let's go to the analysis. All right, so let's look at the futures. This is Nasdaq futures. So Nasdaq futures is moving, is trading in a larger channel, and within the larger channel, it is actually, there is a smaller channel, which is this one. Let me change the color so it will be very visible. Let me change it. Yeah, so you can see the color. Let me just change a bit here. Right. So within the larger channel, it's testing within the larger channel, it bounced back from the base of the channel. It looks like heading to the middle point of the channel, but within the larger channel, there's a smaller channel, and within that smaller channel, it's testing the top of the channel, which comes around. Yesterday, we have seen a high of 26,026. Today, it's almost around 26. I would say about 26,000,080, 26,000,80, and 90, and 26,110. Let's see. Okay. And let's see what we have is, okay, on the MES, which is the S&P futures. So on S&P futures, we are actually, so larger channel, within the larger channel, same, we are testing the smaller channel within it. And yesterday high is 6916, and we can actually go to 6925.30 today. Let's see if we can break this one. If we break this one, we are going higher to 7,000. Let's see how it goes. Okay. And VIX volatility is actually dying, so it's basically in the range. Let's look at QQQ. Same thing with QQQ. We are in the larger channel. We're heading towards the midpoint of the channel. We have this gaps. Let's see if the market is able to fill these gaps or continue going higher. And then what we have here is 1 second. Okay. So you can see we have two more gaps on the SPY, and we are basically going towards the first point, 25% of the channel. So basically, from the base of the channel, we are going to the 25% of the channel, which could be somewhere around 690, 691. We'll see how it goes during the day. Okay, UVXY, it's actually, if you see UVXY which is the VIX short-term future ETF, it's coming back to the lower end. So I'll just, for now, I'll just skip this one. Another thing is, let's look at the probability map, which I produce every week on Friday, between Sunday and Friday. So the probability map for today is basically, it's 62% Dow likely has been higher historically this day in the past. 57% S&P has been higher on 28th of October historically, and then Nasdaq has been 48% higher. So it's likely going to be a mixed session. And I have updated something on Intel. You can follow it. I'll share with you in a bit. Okay, let's go to Tesla. Tesla is ranging between these two trend lines on a daily basis. So basically, we are talking about somewhere around 259 today. If it comes down to test the downside, then we're talking so 460 to 420 range. Once it breaks, then we have more room on the upside. In the case of NVIDIA is heading towards the all-time high, which is 195. It's gapped up yesterday. It's crawling towards basically 195. Then let's look at AMD. AMD has a larger gap with the OpenAI deal. So AMD is actually, let me go to the daily. Let me see 1 second. So on the daily basis, AMD is heading towards at least 265 to 66. Okay, and let's look at Alphabet, all-time high. Alphabet has more room on the upside. If it pulls down, then we are talking about 264 to 262, 6150 as a good support for now. Now, if you notice that Tesla is still below the all-time high, NVIDIA is heading towards the all-time high. Towards the recent high, which is all-time high so far. AMD is making a new high, all-time new high. Google is making all-time new high. Let's look at Broadcom. Now, in the case of Broadcom, it dropped through this channel a couple of times and then came back into the channel. So it looks like Broadcom has more room on the upside. Broadcom is probably heading towards 381 based on this channel, midpoint of this channel. Let's look at Apple. I did mention about Apple in my webinar on 12th of October, and I've shared the recording with most of the groups I am in. And if you see, Apple is heading to 269, 269, 270. It breaks this 269, 270. It breaks then 275. Right. Let's see Microsoft. Microsoft is actually a little bit like slow so far. So Microsoft on the IC resistance today around 532. It's almost at 532.96, about 533 in the pre-market. If it goes above this one, we're talking about 539 on Microsoft. Okay, and let's look at Amazon. Amazon is actually still trading in this price gap, filling this price gap. It's still ranging between this until if it can go to 232, it breaks 232, then we have more room on the upside. Right, let's go here. Okay, let's look at gold. Gold has penetrated this rising trend line, and now gold is slowly and gradually, it found some support on this region, which is 3870. So what is the low on the, so it's 3886, so 3890. That looks like to be the support, and from here we can bounce back a bit, but this drop is sharp, so at least more room on the downside after a corrective phase. Let's look at light crude. So light crude is actually, it's in the range. It bounced back from as per my last video. I mentioned that we are sitting at the support, so it bounced back. We can see a little bit more room. Eventually, it's going to 66, around 65, 66. Okay, US dollar is maintaining the range, which is about 99.98 on the ups, between 99 and 100 on the upside. US dollar index on the downside 96.50. 10-year yields. Let me just 10-year yield is about 3.98%. So we are seeing some sort of a small base formation here, which can take it a little bit higher to 4.06. Now I'll speak to you what is the expectation for the Fed rate cut tomorrow. Wait 1 second. And Bitcoin actually dripped through this trend line. Now retesting this trend line, 115, 116K. If it fails to break this one, Bitcoin is coming down to saying it's going to maintain the 108.5 to 116K range. And let's look at the Fed probability. So Fed probability for the rate cut tomorrow is almost 98%, and for December is about 94.9%. We'll look at the press conference and see what they're saying about what guidance they're giving for the upcoming rates and inflation and employment, right? Let's go here. Okay, that's it. So please, thank you very much for following again on Twitter, YouTube. Please share within your network. I put a lot of actionable ideas which can be helpful. Like I have just put an idea right at the moment on Intel. Intel is actually testing the all-time. Sorry, this is testing the long-term trend line which comes around 4050 to 4150. If it breaks, and we see it breaks significantly, and we see a couple of closing above this, a daily closing and a weekly closing above this, couple of daily closing and weekly one or two weekly closing above this, the scenario will change to bullish. I mean, we'll see additional rally, and we're talking about a move to 42.50, 45, and then further higher. If rejection risks 37.25, then 34.50. So I put a lot of actionable idea. Please share within your network, within your groups you are in. Follow me, like me, subscribe me. And again, coming back to this program, so it's a 15 hours plus learning program, 5 modules, 5 Saturdays, starting from November 1st to November 29th. From the 3rd week, I'll take you to in my premium group, Day Swing and Investment Trade Idea, where I share my trades and trade ideas on stocks option. I have few spots available, so those interested, please reach out to me on my WhatsApp or text message. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be seeing you sometimes. I'll try to see you sometimes, probably tomorrow or Thursday. Thank you very much. Have a nice, wonderful day. Take care.